Members of the AJLS panel, we've got a quorum already, so may I now call the meeting to order. First of all, let's elect the chairman and the deputy chairman for the panel. I believe you know the rules very well. According to Section 77, Bracket 6 of the ROP, a member is the chairman or deputy chairman of a government advisory body in respect of matters which a panel considers to be directly related to the terms of reference of the panel shall not be the chairman or deputy chairman of the panel. And a member shall not be chairman or deputy chairman of more than one panel at the same time. So, in accordance with Rule 22 of the House Rules and Appendix IV, I invite nominations from members for the chairmanship. A nomination has to be made verbally by one member and seconded by another member, and it has to be accepted by the member in question. All right, nominations, please. Mr. Alan Leung, I nominate Mr. Dennis Kwok. So Mr. Alan Leung nominates Mr. Dennis Kwok, and this nomination is seconded by Ms. Emily Lau. Mr. Abraham Shek? I nominate Ms. Priscilla Leung. Seconders, Mr. Chen Kam Lam. As I have been nominated and I'm willing to accept the nomination, then need to have another member chairing the meeting. Mr. James Toh is or he tops the president's list.
Now,
if I had known I would have a chance to conduct the election, I should have worn a coat. All right, any other nominations, please, for the chairmanship? No? All right, then nomination is closed. And we have two contestants, Dennis Kwok and Priscilla Leung. So the staff will distribute the ballot papers and the chops to members. So please choose either candidate number 1 or 2. All right. Do we have members of this panel who haven't got the ballot papers? All right. Have you cast your votes? All right. Voting is closed, and our staff, our colleagues, will now collect the ballot papers.
How
many ballot papers have been distributed to members? 24 members present.
係。
唔該。
係，我哋聽日收翻，你咪24張咯。
Right. Let's see whether we we will be able to collect 24 ballot papers. Now, if we receive more than 24 ballot papers, then we'll have to distribute ballot papers again to members.
啊？你再數多次。唔緊要，你數多次，冇入過嚟嚇。得嗱，大家唔好離開住啊！請大家唔好離開住。
Members, please don't leave your seats. We need to check the attendance of members and also the number of ballot papers collected.
好，我哋不如請兩個提名。
Right, can I invite Mr. Alan Leung, who nominated Mr. Dennis Kwok, and Mr. Abraham Sheck, who nominated Ms. Priscilla Leung, to come forward to count the number of ballot papers. And let's also check whether we have the same number, right? Mr. Wong Yuk Man was late, and so he did not get ballot papers.
有派咗佢，佢有派俾佢，有
遲入嚟啊。
He was given a ballot paper. I wasn't late.
喺度。係咩？哦，咁多。叫我助你數個數到22個。點解有啲加入咗？
唔係 member 就27個，但係出席就冇咁多嘅。
We have 27 members, but not all of them have attended.
OK， 啱啦，因為睇漏咗黃毓民係。
Right. We have a total of 27 members and 26 are present. Mr. Albert Ho is not here. So please observe the counting of the votes, and I will read out the names. Number one. Louder, please. Yes, please speak into the mic. Number one.
1號
Number one.
1號
Number one.
2號
Number two. Number one. Number two. Number one. Number one. Number two. Number two. Number two. Number one. Number two. Number two. Number two. Number two. Number 2. 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 Number 1. All of them are there, 26. Mr. Dennis Kwok, number 1, got 8 votes. Dr. Priscilla Leung, 18 votes. She's number 2. So I declare that Dr. Priscilla Leung has been elected as the chairman. So please come forward to chair the meeting.
Sorry. 係咁，而家選副主席啦，係啦。咁我哋嗰版我掹咗俾你，嗰度再貼。好多謝大家。
Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for electing me to be the chairperson of the panel. We now elect the deputy chairman of the AJLS panel. Valid nominations will be made by one member orally, to be seconded by at least one other member orally, and it has to be accepted by the person nominated, Mr. Alan Leung. Mr. Dennis Kwok. Mr. Alan Leung nominates Mr. Dennis Kwok. Any seconder, please? Mr. Ronnie Tong seconds. Mr. Dennis Kwok, do you accept? I do. Are there any other nominations? If not, then I declare that Mr. Dennis Kwok has been elected as the deputy chairman of this panel. Congratulations, Mr. Kwok. And that takes us to the agenda proper. We have already sent out an appendix to you. Before we actually discuss the agenda, I think you have already received a schedule of meetings has been tabled. Any comments, please? Mr. Liu? Thank you, Madam Chair. During the last session, there was a heated debate about the scheduling of meetings. I don't want to add to your trouble, so I just want to say that the scheduled meeting will clash with my schedule. It clashed with my schedule during the last session, one at 4:30 and then 5. And in fact, I had already committed myself to do that for 2 to 3 years prior to becoming a electrical member. I didn't make a word last year, but I just wonder if we can make some changes. So is it possible to have it on the last Tuesday of every month at 5 o'clock? Can we not hear from Mr. Leung Kwok Hong as well? I don't have any strong views concerning the adjustment to the schedule of meetings. Can you speak into the mic? I want to talk about the 8th item on the list of issues. And there is mechanism for handling complaints against judicial conduct. We have the separation of powers. In Hong Kong, we are the only organism that has an element of universal suffrage. For the LegCo to monitor the judiciary, I think this is something that the public look forward to. So, Madam Chair, please in relation to the mechanism for handling complaints against judicial conduct, please try to advance the priority of this topic because it is in line with the separation of powers. Mr. Leung, if you're interested in the items for the agenda, we can do it a bit later. We should first of all talk about the schedule of meetings. Mr. Liao is suggesting that perhaps we should have our meetings falling on another Tuesday of the month. Mr. Dennis Kwok, we have always had our meetings started at 4:30. This is because we need the legal profession, and they can only make it after 4:30. But it doesn't mean that every time we need the assistance of the legal profession. I think if we can make it, so be it. It will be good. But I don't know how we can make the arrangements. I don't know if the Secretariat can identify the suitable time slots for us. Anybody else wishing to talk about the schedule? Emily Lau, Madam Chair. We have got different panels having meetings all the time. So if we can accommodate the diary of the legal profession, it will be fine. I don't have strong views. But then if we start to shift it to another week of the month, then we may clash with other panel meetings on a regular basis. So can the Secretariat tell us whether they have already identified a suitable alternative? Perhaps I can defer to the clerk. I think the experience in the past was that everybody would like to keep it at 4:30. I think we should try to keep it at 4:30 so that the legal profession can attend our meetings. I think this is a common wish. For Tuesdays, and without clashing with other panel meetings, currently our proposal is the 4th Tuesday, maybe the first Tuesday or the second Tuesday at 4:30 are possible slots without clashing with other regular panel meetings. So keep it on a Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. So Tuesday 4:30 p.m. would be something that we are already used to. Please give us a little bit of time. If you agree that we should try to accommodate all the members so that everybody can attend, then our prerequisite is that we want to have a meeting. We want our meetings on Tuesdays. If we can book the venue, and if we are not clashing with other regular panel meetings, then we will take up such slots. For the schedule of meetings tabled for your reference is only preliminary. Once we've settled on the dates, I will distribute the information to members. Well, I think I've got a consensus from you here. Basically, we work on the existing basis. That is, without clashing with other panel meetings, and provided we have got the venue, then we will pick up the slot so that members who used to have clashes with other meetings can come to the meetings. So we will try to make some swapping, and then we will issue a new schedule of meetings. Next, we should talk about the list of issues to be considered. I think you have already got the list. Just now, before Mr. Lam Kok Hong left, he said that he would like to follow up on item 8, mechanism for handling complaints against judicial conduct. And Dennis Kwok, Madam Chair. So are we talking about the list of issues to be considered? Yes, indeed. Item 6, March 2014 being given as the proposed timing for discussion. But then it's something urgent. I don't know why we have to wait until March 2014. Can you not talk to the administration? And then I've also written in, and that's about the Law Society's proposal to have its own qualifying examination. I think we need to take it up with another body, that is the PCLL.
7月23號
On the 23rd of July, Mr. Abraham Shack wrote to the panel, and I promised that arrangements will be made to discuss the matter in the new session. So perhaps Mr. Shack's item can be dealt with together with the item referred to by Mr. Kwok just now. Mr. Kwok, in fact, has also written to the panel requesting a discussion on a qualifying exam proposed by the Law Society. Mr. Abraham Shack? Yes, Chairman. No, many are able to study law at the 3 universities in Hong Kong, but then they can't get qualified. And the Law Society is proposing an open exam. We don't want our universities to be concerned only about collecting tuition fees. Those who pass their university exams, many of them can in fact get qualified. All right, so we will need to discuss this matter. Mr. Tam Yu Chong, Mr. Leung Kwok Hong wanted to discuss the mechanism for handling complaints against judicial conduct. But if we invite people to come to the meeting and criticisms are made against certain judicial officers or judicial acts, then what should we do? Because we in the judiciary are independent of one another. So perhaps you can look at how we should discuss this matter. Mr. Lee, Chairman, judicial manpower situation at various levels of court and long court waiting hours. I also agree that this matter warrants or requires urgent discussion. Now, in fact, members of the public can file judicial reviews, but the whole duration is very long. Is it because there aren't enough costs, not enough manpower, resources? Why is it that the judicial review takes so long? So I would want to know about why it takes so long to conclude a judicial review. Yes, I think we are all very concerned about this issue. And so I will be communicating with the S4J and the JA so that we can discuss this issue of judicial manpower as soon as possible instead of in March next year. fact, the judiciary would want us to discuss the 2013-2014 judicial service pay adjustment. So perhaps we can discuss these two issues at our first meeting. Members would like to see the efficiency of the judiciary enhanced. In fact, during the summer holidays, I communicated with the Law Society on its proposal to launch an open qualifying exam. I understand that they are in the process of carrying out some research on overseas experience. And so I hope that we can have a discussion with them at our first or second meeting. They are saying that they are doing some research on overseas arrangements. So and I also agree that this is an urgent item for discussion. And I understand Mr. Tammy Chong's concern on item 8, and of course I also understand Mr. Leung Kwok Hong's request. In fact, at our meeting in July, the Bar Association and Law Society did not really give us a lot of views. So perhaps we can consult them again on this item, mechanism for handling complaints against judicial conduct, because two of our members have asked us to follow up on this matter. So we will try to deal with these matters as soon as possible. All right? So I think the meeting can be adjourned, and we will try to come up with another schedule of meetings for members as soon as possible. Thank you.